The new romantic comedy film, The Lost City, it is an interesting movie to say the least. It's the chemistry really in this film between Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock that makes this film well worth your time. Well, here we are, another film that is set in the jungle. But unlike the Uncharted film that came out last month, this movie actually has some worth to it. Now, granted, when I saw a trailer to this film earlier in the year, I had low expectations. I was thinking, oh, this movie's probably going to be terrible, but this movie surprised me. Especially seeing that Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock work so well together in this film. So Sandra Bullock, she plays Loretta Sage. She is a frustrated and reclusive best-selling romance artist. And so she writes smart, those romance novels. And then you have Channing Tatum who plays Alan. And so he's the cover model for the novel called The Lost City of D. It's funny, they actually made quite a few jokes about that. And so when Loretta is kidnapped in this film, it's up to Alan to try to save her. And then you have this whole action adventure film. And there's some interesting moments. Now, granted, the humor doesn't connect all the way in this film, but I will say this movie is far from being boring. It's just that I would like a little bit more of that action comedy that I've seen in other movies over the years. This film feels more of a jungle type setting film than Uncharted ever did. That's a good thing. Simply because of the acting in this film is actually pretty good. Daniel Radcliffe, he's in the movie, but not as much as you expect him to. And then there is a cameo appearance in this film. I was like, hey, that's pretty damn nice. And it's like they all going to the lost city, basically, and they trying to find a treasure. This movie actually had a lot of interesting things going for it. Sure, not everything in this film clicked well. I was questioning some of the plot holes. And of course, it's like some of these characters don't have spatial awareness. It's funny because Sandra Bullock's character, for the majority of the film, she's wearing a bright pink outfit. And anybody in the jungle could see that. And I was like, I have to suspend my disbelief of this film in order for me to try to make sense of the plot. But it's a romantic comedy action film, so a lot of things going on in this movie. I was like, oh, okay, these characters, they're a little flawed, but at least they're not stupid. Nonetheless, though, I recommend you check this film out because if you despise Uncharted, then you'll probably like this film. Thing is about Channing Tatum, I haven't seen a whole lot of his films over the years. But several weeks ago, I finally saw the Jump Street movies, and I was like, hey, with the right script and the right story, this guy actually is pretty good with his acting ability. And with Sandra Bullock, it works. Now, granted, this movie is not perfect. It has plot holes, it has issues that have a story. But overall, this was a enjoyable film. Another thing I want to point out is that Daniel Radcliffe, his character was more interesting as a villain than the villain that was in the Uncharted movie. Nonetheless, though, if you like action, adventure, romantic comedies, then this one's right up your alley. This film won't appeal to everybody. There's mixed reviews on IMDb. Some people just flat out call this film boring. I don't know why. I guess they ain't like the film like I did or other people have enjoyed. Nonetheless, though, this is a movie that I thought was okay, It's not a great film, obviously. I've seen better compelling movies, but it's a film that keeps you entertained with the characters, the story, and pretty much it is an overall experience that makes me wonder, like, why Uncharted couldn't be like this film. Still, nonetheless, I had a enjoyable time with this film. I'm giving this film a 7 out of 10. Sure, this movie is formulaic, but it's also very comfortable in the fact that you care about the characters, you care about their journey, and you can laugh and have a good time with it as well. Now, granted, I would like this film just to be a little bit longer so we could get some more character development from Alan and Loretta. I mean, I don't buy their relationship that's blossoming in this movie. I just didn't see that. All I saw was two people being friends, and it kind of felt like the relationship in this movie was forced. Nonetheless, though, it still was an entertaining movie. And it's a movie that doesn't try to do too much with its story. And that's my review of The Lost City. Alright, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this film if you have seen it. Okay, this is Slim Guy 172 saying, peace out.